I have a blinking light. Oh, it's not a dimmer, and they're smart bulbs, and they're like every now and again, it's like we're not getting exactly the power we need. I'm like, yeah, I know you're on a dimmer, and now I'm good, everybody. I'm good.
Hey, are we synonymously or simultaneously rather printing one of the instruments while we're talking? Or
no, the print is done.
oh, look at that.
And I broke it.
Oh,
Broke it pulling it off the build plate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks cool though.
Yeah, I like the
little
roping.
twine, the little twine thing. I mean, it can be better. We can do cross hatching in it to make it look a little more real. But I like the texture. It prints out okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks like a fuzzy rope, which is what it should look like.
exactly. So. Yeah, Amanda's adding some cool details to that stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
Is it useful?
Yeah.
2 of the notes are.
Damn.
Oh, right, because yeah,
We need to
because yeah,
This is amazing. Why don't we have this?
Alex is having a love affair with that beef jerky over there. Like nothing we've said for the last 5 minutes has meant shit.
Oh,
Now I want some. God damn it.
I need like 20 more bags. So
So what's
new in life?
I was just about to say that. Well, how about we start with Kevin?
Had my music featured on the Golden Globes with skit that involved Will Ferrell. No,
Yes.
was it Will
Yes.
Ferrell?
Yes.
It was pretty cool. It hit #1 trending on YouTube. So after this recording, I've got another interview with New York Magazine, and I got a write up on Huffington Post.
Apple News, I think, did something too.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it
quite a few.
it circled around for 24, 48 hours for sure. It definitely did.
It was funny.
Yeah.
If you look at it was fluffing a duck. It was a don't. It's just that stupid thing that I wrote for a Zakumi. I scored a I think it was 22 episode series for the what was it, the South African World Cup.
Oh, is that what that was for?
Yeah, that was one of the main themes from just like the comedic relief character.
Okay.
It's like whenever he's going somewhere. So that we had a big storm come through here yesterday, but it wasn't as exciting as I'd hoped. A couple of power outages, but there's one tornado about 4 or 5 kilometers from here, but it didn't really do much.
Was it a water spout or was it on land?
Looking at I didn't look at any of the photos. I was just looking at the here is the warning. Watch. Oh, I don't remember. There was like a cone of probability that they gave the thing, so they knew where it was, and it was just off the. It was in the water, but
Oh, okay.
don't know.
There was one in the Tampa Bay a few years back, and it was by the Skyway Bridge, and they caught an image of it. It was gorgeous. It like went up and around, and like the water spout was perfectly formed, and didn't hurt anybody. It hit land and dissipated immediately.
I've heard the rumors of your nature disaster. Guess whose water pipe froze?
No.
Fuck me, man. The last couple of days, everything just breaks down. Cars, plumbing. Try getting a plumber when it's minus 29. Good luck with that.
Oh, what are they busy?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Mr. Alexander, I see you got some conclusions on people claiming your stuff. Or what was going on there? Was it
Talk
Orchard?
to us.
Orchard, yeah, we're getting there. We're still dealing with a few, but it's getting closer to a conclusion, and there are very few false claims now.
So what happened? They were claiming you falsely?
Yeah. All my music is in frequency, every single track, and since they're a distribution service, they're easily able to request takedowns, etc., from other labels. It turns out that's very hard for just a regular guy to do.
Right.
You need to have some sort of label mark to be able to do this. And yeah, I mean, so far, new system, love it. It's fantastic.
It didn't seem to take very long. A couple weeks. I mean, I'm sure you were night and day scrambling to get it up and running, but in the grand scheme of things, a couple weeks is not a lot of time to
it's like
reorganize.
I'll still be the test subject of this whole thing, but I think for the near future, this should be a must-do for every royalty-free music composer.
So what's going to happen? The AI is coming in on this music stuff, and we've been kind of using computers to do clever things. I mean, especially like none of my drummers are real; they're all algorithmic drummers. But drum lines are not copyrightable in the first place, so
I mean,
that's a weird one.
That's a weird one, but I don't think before a person actually uses the AI and takes control of the piece, then it's actually protectable.
But there's going to be like 10,000 pieces of music produced in like 3 hours.
Yeah. I think we have to divide the two sides of the world in terms of what's made by people and what's made by the AI, because that part is just out of control.
Yeah. And then who owns the rights?
No rights.
Yeah. I mean,
copyright goes to humans. It doesn't go to machines.
Okay, so I've got a subscription to one of them, right? And I go in there and I make 1,000 tracks, and then I publish them on DistroKid. Are they mine?
Yeah.
I'm not sure we would have to read into the terms of service on that.
Yeah. So I assume that if it's not different than using a VST plugin to make a drum loop, it's the same thing.
Right.
Right.
So unless the creators of the AI blocks you from distributing them, then you should be good.
But then again,
I don't think they can.
My counter argument is, you run it through a filter. You create a sample instrument based on the thing that is created. How exactly do they make that claim and prove that it came from them? Is there some kind of algorithmic DNA behind all of it that proves that, oh, no, that came from ABC music generating software? No, it didn't. Prove it,
Like, well, I got to do something very similar. I'm like, yeah, you prompted it after hearing my piece. Yeah, of course you can get it to do something similar.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be, because there's going to be pushback. Some people are going to push back and be like, no, you can't do that. Because I can't. And the main reason is going to be, you can't do that because I can't compete against you when you do that.
If the product is the thing that matters, like, because right now the Magic the Gathering, Wizards of the Coast, I don't know who owns all that stuff. They're getting in trouble because some of the artists are using AI, and they're like, no, we didn't use AI in anything. And then they're like, wait a minute, we did use Photoshop to make our promotional materials, and we did use generative fill to do these things, and we did do like some uncropping. So technically we did.
Yeah.
But it's not on the base cards.
Who's
but
getting
I'm like,
for it?
holier than thou folk.
Those people.
Everything must be made by people. I'm like, how about we just make things that are better?
Yeah, agreed.
So they don't actually have any authority to cause any trouble. They're just waving the moralist flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we have some visuals?
Oh, yeah. So like these were all made by people. They're actually got it onto a card and they're fine.
Yeah.
But like their advertising stuff and their box design, AI is involved. Well, I mean, tools are involved.
Yeah, tools, since that's what it is. It should be fine.
Since that purchase, have you done the full unboxing of all of it, or is there still some to go?
Oh no, I've opened everything. Like a 4-year-old at Christmas.
To continue a little on the copyright thing, I think things are still a little bit out of my control, but it's safer than it ever has been.
So talk about some of the things that are out of your control.
Yeah, so the latest email I got from the people at Frequency is that they found Eddie at Sec Music and saw that my music was registered there as well. And apparently, like, I just realized I don't know how the fuck my industry works at all.
Same.
So,
Tim, do you know? Are you the different one here?
This is why I have a meeting with Eddie tomorrow.
tasked. So apparently there's something called like composition rights or public composition publishing rights. I don't know. And they asked me at Frequency, okay, I can see that you're have an agreement with the Sec Music, but do you want us to deal with the composition rights as well? And I was like, what the fuck are you dealing with the composition rights right now? So apparently that's a different thing from like rights online with YouTube and Facebook and social media and stuff like that.
Well, I'm going to be super happy to learn about my industry. Kind of been just busy, like, doing things. It's like, theoretically, I guess if you go to music school, like, music business is, like, one of the big things that they do. I'm like, seems like a lot of work.
So the even funnier part is I actually had a meeting with an accountant today.
Okay.
An accountant specialized for musicians and composers. She didn't get it either.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, sell some licenses here, sell some music here, and I get money on this platform and this platform. And she was like, okay, you just send me everything, and I'll talk to a tax attorney, and we'll see how that goes.
Well, I think these accountants don't know what to do, because I think this streaming thing, this whole change that's happened over the last 20 years, I think the dust really still hasn't settled yet. They're still scrambling to figure out a way to monetize everything.
Yeah, and every company has different terms and different laws, and whether the company has a branch registered in Norway, it's also a huge difference, or if it's like a purely American company. Or
let's say you get excited about a piece that you have, and I'm going to do short form content on like 3 or 4 different platforms, a 10 to 15 second clip, and I'm just going to let it run. Technically, if the system was set up in such a way, you could game it by just having a bunch of people doing the same thing, right? Just spin. So they had to figure out, and that's why they constantly are changing the algorithm, right? Because, oh, great, your song played 20 million times, but it was from 5 IP addresses, So is that really an audience? I don't think so. How do we make sure that we're compensating people appropriately, but also the content that we're releasing and supporting on this platform is doing the work it's supposed to do, which is entertain, right?
Yeah, money always brings in perverse incentives. Just like people who are just trying to get that one thing. It's like, doesn't matter if it's useful or good. Doesn't matter. I made $10,000. Done.
Right.
But yeah, and then you have to build in so many rules on top of that in order to keep it where they want it going. I don't know. What is the future? Is the future not paying anyone for anything? I'll become an economist one day.
Oh, yeah. Please do.
Figure out how this business works. I don't know if economists can do that. They probably can.
I think they can figure it out for you, but then they have to relearn it for me and for Tim.
Right.
So
right.
Never the same, because it turns out that like accounting and numbers and the taxes and government, that's a very by the book field, and the book is different for all of us.
Yeah, we're writing new books every week.
Yep.
Like TikTok, there was a time when that didn't exist, and now people are putting a lot of effort into that. It's like, well, we don't have any laws about.
Right.
We have laws about television shows and movie films. So, when I tell people like I'm a composer, like, oh yeah, I want to do that. How do you make money? I'm like, I don't know. Like at a base level, I cannot understand it.
Because people aren't paying you.
Not really.
You get like some money in on your bank account with like, yeah, this is from Andrew. Thank you. Bye-bye. It's not like that. It's just like from different services.
But I mean, there
like
is a
that
path.
too. You know,
Right. There is a path for that. Like, if it's like, hey, I've got this Rings of Power television show. Come, bring in music. Then you do get a thing. Actually, no, because then you're a contractor and then you have to pay everybody else, at least usually in Hollywood. It's like, you got to hire the orchestra. You get like money for the team. And it's just one, not all the time, but fairly commonly.
Yeah,
they give you a bucket and they spend it however you want, but this is what we're paying you to do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's also the other side of the equation too, Alex, which is our route. We tend to have a lot of people come on the back end, on the tail end. They use our stuff for a while, and then you get supporters. You get them through Patreon. You get them through PayPal, randomly sending donations.
Yeah.
You get them for extended license fees. Those paths we know. Those are finite, specific paths.
Yeah.
But again, those have randomization too, because you don't really know when somebody's going to need something.
Exactly.
And you don't know what's going to resonate in that space.
The biggest part of money comes from these systems that are out there to collect money that has your name on it.
Yeah.
Actually, like, doing custom commissions and stuff like that is not really a point anymore. Like, you fucking look at Kevin. Not to bring up the numbers or anything, but it's like, do you really need to do that when there's a guy out there collecting money that just floats in the air with your name on it? Like sec music, like frequency music. They like once your music is established out in the world or on the internet, then there are industries that work with collecting those money for you. That number is just everywhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, the days of chasing down a project, you know, like, if I get that project, that'll be an extra 5 or 10 grand this year. If I do this project, it'll be another 5 or 10, blah, blah. Write the stuff, let it bake into the interwebs, wait for it to flow, you know?
I'm going to join a bunch of composing competitions, and then that'll get more people listening to me, and then they'll realize how great I am. But now you can upload your music to GPT and have it critique it for you, which is nice.
Have you done it?
I have.
Did it make sense?
It did. It's pretty rudimentary. Like, there's a couple of things that I mentioned that it wasn't quite picking up on, but overall, like, it understood. You know, the mix was good, the harmony was good, the rhythms were good. Like, it understood and where it failed.
Okay.
So, like, if you're just starting out and composing, you say, it's like, hey, here's a piece of music. Here's what I was trying to do. Listen to this and tell me how I can make it better.
Right.
And then it'll go, I mean, it'll take like 3 minutes because GPT-4, but I mean, it'll analyze a thing. Like, it understood every instrument that was in the piece. Pretty interesting.
The idea behind it initially was you were thinking, put it through there, parse it, and get an idea of like a description for a video, right? Like, oh, how to best describe my music in like that section, like on you, like you're uploading it to YouTube and you want to like do a video description. It's like, oh, maybe ChatGPT will have a better way of saying what this is, right?
That's how I started that, but you can also do that.
Okay. I thought for one of them you were considering that when we were messing around.
Yeah, because we're like, listen to this, tell me like what, like, give it, like, describe the feelings it evokes and give me like 4 or 5 possible uses in films or video games for this particular piece of music. It would be great for, you know, I'm touring a medieval city or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, listening fatigue is very hard when you're trying to find music to fit a particular scene. You basically get 5 shots and then you have to reset your brain. What are we talking about? Oh, Twitch news.
Yes.
They laid off 1/3 of their employees.
Whoa.
Over 1/3, 35%.
Wow. Citing what?
Citing, maybe Twitch isn't the best idea ever. Maybe we don't need this many people to run this. Well, I mean, there's a lot of companies which are ditching people now. Like, this happens with a lot of companies where, like, they get their own special culture and everyone's into it and you join in the culture and it's great. But that Twitch culture is so specialized, you know. Try to get your uncle to go there and understand what the hell is going on. What is there money involved? They're talking about subscription. I subscribe to a bunch of stuff that doesn't cost money. Oh no, it's different on Twitch. It's all different over there.
You think it's a post-COVID bloat that they're adjusting for? Like people got into like streaming during COVID and, you know, there was a surge and they got additional employees during that time. And now that things are kind of settling, or is it just
don't think
the platform itself?
I watch a lot of Twitch streamers, and all of them are unhappy with the platform. So I think actually a lot of people are leaving Twitch to stream other places, especially now that Twitch became this whole. It became like a funnel into OnlyFans. So people
Oh God!
now using Twitch to market their OnlyFans just by sitting naked with like a black strap over your boobs, because that's not against the Twitch terms. I think it's like specified, do not show your nipples. I think that's like, you know.
Like, fixed. Done. I've had them surgically removed so I can go completely topless.
Yeah, so I think it's actually moving towards the fall.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting. And Amazon owns them, so you'd think that Amazon would be a little progressive about, you know, listening to the needs of their audience and pivoting. You know.
Yeah, but how do you fix that though? I mean, their culture is so quirky, and the moment you kill that culture, you kill all the people who built it and made it. So I think it's just going to, you know, quietly decline over the next 3 to 5 years. And
Well, where are they gravitating towards? Like what platforms?
YouTube.
yeah, YouTube and Facebook, but
Okay.
or YouTube. Yeah.
And I get it. I've tried streaming on Twitch, and the interface is so bad. And everyone's like, yeah, I like your streams, but you have to do it on Twitch because that's where all the viewers are. But at that point, I just don't care. I do not want to deal with it. It's horrible.
Apparently not for long. Wait,
Well, on my suburban coop project, where I'm trying to get people into chickens,
Live, dead, doesn't matter.
living chickens. You got your
alive.
hens, layers, mostly layers. And we started out on Twitch because it's like, we just want to live stream a coop, right? Oh my God, getting people in on that right now. Twitch is basically built for gaming, and then there's some live music going on in there, which is pretty good. Just getting a random person to go in there, it's like, well, you got to download an app. You got to do like, how does any of this work? It's too hard.
It's too established.
And
I mean, there are very few people browsing Twitch for new channels to watch. That's not happening anymore. Get on the other ones instead. YouTube is better because like there you actually have a chance of getting picked up randomly.
Right.
yeah, dead easy interface. You can send a link to anyone in the world. They don't have to have an account. They don't have to know anything. YouTube TV, hopefully that thing is going to die. Well, TV is going to die.
TV is dead.
Yeah. The 2023 numbers came out in the US. Well, like 73 of the top 100 shows were NFL football games.
Nice.
And then like a few awards shows, one television show that aired after a really good NFL game. Yes.
That's so good.
Ooh. Like, so if you subscribe to, you know, Amazon Prime TV stuff, you can watch whatever show you want, whenever you want it. But on the TV thing, you have to tell it in advance that, oh, I'm interested in this show. You time share it for me. So I'm going to record the show. They're not actually giving me another copy. They're using the same bits.
Of course.
They're just denying me from watching the things that I could have watched for $80 a month.
Yeah, that seems ridiculous.
All the popular mainstream TV channels in Norway have a streaming service where you can watch everything they have made for the past 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, whenever you want, no ads. It's like,
Yeah.
done.
They're getting sneaky though. If you have an Amazon Prime membership, there is now like any Prime Video is going to have limited, they say, and I know this is always like the gateway. Anything that we offer via Prime is going to have some limited advertising on it to ensure that we have good quality programming for you, blah, blah. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You guys make
Just raise your
money.
Yeah, and it's like, raise your prices by $1 a month and time that by the 200 million people on there.
Right.
You really need the ads anymore. Tim, any news? Do you have any exciting news?
No, other than I'm gearing up for the massive song creation. I'm still getting organized. The beginning of the year tends to be like a multi-week. This is what I want to do. This is the schedule, blah, blah. You know, put everything in motion, put everything in place. Plus it's tax season, so I'm slightly distracted by the Incompetech / my tax situation, everything, you know, trying to get that all in motion and get it into the hands of the people that need to like finalize the returns and everything. And then once the dust settles on that, it's like, okay, my head's focused. I can clear out everything, and then boom. How about you?
No. No.
Yeah,
None of that. No time for that.
Yeah, this administrative pivot you've had to do, I'm sure, has taken up all your time, right?
Stuff happened at the same time. Let's just say.
Yeah.
I was sick from Christmas to New Year's. Then this whole frequency change happened. Then I got a Mac, so everything is different.
Right.
And then my pipes froze, so I didn't have any water, so I almost died. That's what you do when you don't have water, turns out.
You have a snow. Can't you go outside and grab some snow and melt it on the stove and drink that?
Then you die of hypothermia.
Oh.
You can't go outside, are you?
Yeah.